volume 0%.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Tales of the Blind with Blind Prime. I'm your host, Blind Prime, and you have found yourself on my channel. This channel is a channel devoted to raising awareness through the blind through many different means, including action figures, reviews, through a blind person's perspective, and Blindformers, which teaches the blind how to transform their transformers, because it isn't like they print those sheets in Braille or anything. And this, Tales of the Blind, where I share some stories about being blind in public and things that have happened to me, and I've nicknamed blind people problems, things that may occur to other blind people. And later on in this show, I hope to share stories from other blind people that comment and share their stories with me, and I can share them with you here. The point of this is, they're the funny stories about being blind. They're the random things that blind people problems. And so, without further ado, let's get into it. And today's topic is crossing the street. Now, I'm just going to silence that. Now, if you didn't know, crossing the street for a blind person is actually kind of dangerous. It's actually very dangerous, because not only, we can't look, we can't see somebody coming up on us. We only have our ears to listen out for. So no earbuds, no headphones. We're not allowed to phase out. Our ears have got to be there. They got to be, especially when it comes to crossing the street at a corner. That is the most dangerous time for a blind person. We are, at least for me, I am 100% alert. I do not phase out when crossing the street. And I have to keep an ear out for all those cars. And heaven forbid there's an electric car, and the little silent bastards, they just drive up on you like little creeping sharks. You don't know it's there until it's there. You almost imagine you can hear that Jaws music. Da-da, da-da. As a 2021 Ford Mustang, completely silent, comes cruising down the road towards you. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Hopefully the driver stops. And these are, it's things like that, and also things like people touching you, people grabbing you, people yanking you across the street. And that's really what I want to focus on today. Now, I've got 3 occasions where something like this has happened. And one of the occasions so happened that the person also tried to heal my blindness with prayer. And we'll get into that. So we'll get into the first one. The first time, I was walking down the bank, making my merry way, tap, tap, walk, walk, tap, tap, walk, walk, tap, tap, walk, walk, listening to cars pass me by on the left, listening to the echoes of my cane on buildings to my right, keeping towards the center of the sidewalk, keeping all of my area around me completely relaxed, just kind of walking or cruising. I've walked the route multiple times. I know how to get to the bank. I'm walking around, and I get to the corner, and I'm waiting on the light to change, and it was one of those instances where I walked up right whenever the light was about to change for the place I was walking, so I had to wait for that one to change first, because I wasn't about to start walking across a busy street when I only had a couple of seconds left on the clock. And, I was sitting there waiting, and whenever the road to the left of me opened up, I stopped. I heard footsteps coming at me, and then suddenly I heard this voice, and I was like, "Hey, buddy, I got you, buddy, I got you. Come on!" And then somebody grabbed me by the arm and just started yanking me across the street. I help you, man. I got you. Don't worry, man. I'll help you across this street. No worries to you. And I'm just like, what the hell's going on? What's going on? Who the hell are you? I'm helping you. You wanted to get across this street, right? No, I did not. I wanted to get across the other street. I was waiting to get across the other street. What direction was I facing? Well, you were facing towards that other street. I thought that was odd. Yeah, that was odd. That wasn't odd at all. That was me facing the direction I wished to go. If I'd been facing the other way, then I would have been going the other way. What made you think that I wanted to cross that street at this moment. Now I got to recross this street and I got to cross that other street. You going to help me do all that? Well, you going to pay me? No. Well, it seems like you just SOL. And then he walked away. And I had to figure out my way. It took me an extra few minutes to get to the bank. Lucky it didn't close on me. Lesson to you blind people out there. Leave early. Never leave knowing that the bank is going to close in 30 minutes. Leave knowing the bank is going to close in 3 hours. Trust me on that one. Things can happen. Another time I was walking and a big parade was happening. Everyone was setting up for this big parade. And I'm walking down to the store to get a beer. And I'm just cruising, walking, moving between some seats. And this dude stops me at the corner. And he's like, hey, you. Hey, buddy. And I'm like, oh, God, no, not again. Yes, sir. How can I help you, sir? How is your day going? I'm a friendly guy. I try to be friendly to people. And he goes, I just wanted to help you across the street. And I'm going across this street. And I pointed. And he's like, well, I was the street I was going to help you across. What, do you think I was going to help you across the wrong one? I'm like, you never know, man. You never know. And so he helps me across the street. And then we get on the other side of the street. And he's like, I just wanted to take a moment and help you out right now. I just wanted to pray with you. I wanted to pray that your eyes get healed. I wanted to pray that you have a better time. And I'm like, man, look, I got to get to the store before the parade arrives and they close down because they don't like being open during the parade. Well, it won't take a few minutes. I'm like, no, sir, I appreciate what you're trying to do. But you also understand that I'm in a time limit right now, and it's going to take me time to get there and time to get back. Tell you what, you hit me up on the way back. All right, I'll be waiting right here for you. I took another route home that day. Now, the last story I wanted to share with you is a time when I was walking with a friend of mine, and we're waiting at the corner. The light turns. He starts walking. I start walking behind him. And this guy grabs me by the arm again. Just another time a guy grabs me by the arm, starts pulling. I'm going to help you cross the road, buddy. You don't have to worry. None of these cars are going to hit you. You're going to get across that road good and fine. You're going to be fine. Everything's going to be all right. We get across to the other side of the road. And he goes, and I'm like, dude, get off me. Stop. And he's like, hey, you mind paying me? Do I mind paying you? What are you talking about? What are you, I helped you across the road and stuff. Do you mind paying me? Hi, Cream. I'm like, paying you? No, I'm not going to pay you. We didn't come to no contractual obligations before this started. You didn't discuss this with me. We didn't come up with no payments, no handshake agreements. There was no verbal confirmations about this. You grabbed me, you interrupted my personal space, and you just yanked me across the road. Tell you what, I'll give you some change. I'll teach you a lesson and tell you how to change. Stop grabbing people and pulling them across the road. That could lead badly for you in the future. I'm a nice guy. I'm not going to call the cops on you. Unless you don't leave immediately. Please leave. And he huffed and puffed and cursed at me a few times and walked away. And my friend comes up to me and he's like, dude, I would have knocked him right in the jaw. And I mean, yeah, I know that's what you would have done. But, I got to try and be better than that. Because I'm probably the first blind person that guy's ever seen in his life. He didn't know how to react towards me. And I didn't appreciate the fact that he looked at me and looked down on my disability like that. And instead of asking for help, if I needed help, he assumed I needed help. And I had to teach him otherwise by getting on to him about that. But I wasn't going to do anything else because I don't want him to get too sour of a taste of blind people. But I also want him to know that, you're being a disablist whenever you just assume somebody can't help themselves because of their disability. Ask. Sometimes I want somebody to ask because I'm lost. I need some help. And when somebody asks, in my head, I'm like, oh, thank God somebody asked me for help, if I needed help. Because now I can be like, yeah, I need some help. But that's not all the time. Sometimes I look lost. I'm not lost at all. I know exactly where I am, and I know exactly where I'm going. And if you interrupt me, you interrupt the count of my step, you can actually make me lost. By, coming over and grabbing me and yanking me in a direction. You can tear off my entire inner map I have going. I've got a map in my head that I make, and I follow that map. And if I get straight off that map, I'm like an ant whenever you erase the smell trail. It's lost. Don't know where it's at. But anyway, guys, I've talked your ear off long enough. I, of course, am Blind Prime. This is Cream the cat. Hi, Cream. And you've been watching Tales of the Blind. And once again, happy Blind Awareness Month. And remember, if you see a blind person at the corner, ask them, do you need help crossing the street? Chances are they'd ask you, hey, could you scuff your feet in front of me while I cross the street, or make some noise, like whistle while crossing the road? That's usually all we need, just somebody whistling in front of us. We don't have to hold you. You don't have to hold us. All you have to do is make some noise. And we appreciate that. You walk up on a blind person, say something, like, a bicyclist would, like on your left, on your right. We appreciate that. We really do. And I appreciate you for watching. And please, be well out there, guys. And happy Blind Awareness Month. Until next Prime. Bye-bye. Yeah, bye-bye, Cream.